guys, welcome to the first episode of Office Relations. I'm expecting some fireworks on the screen right now, so today on World Bankers Career Channel, I'm going to talk of steps to transforming the way one is perceived at work. So I'm going to have you guys have a sneak peek of the points. So 1. Pay attention to how your behavior affects others. 2. Avoid behaviors that provoke a negative response. 3. Associate with people who are respected by others. 4. Find a way to get involved in a visible project. 5. Interact with influential corporate leaders. 6. Identify advocates who promote you to others. Success at work starts with the positive perception. So if people don't have a good perception of you, I doubt you'll be getting promoted anytime soon. That's why it's important to take charge of the way you're perceived in your organization. These steps are just a few I learned from the book Getting Ahead. So step 1. Pay attention to how your behavior affects others. Well, in the corporate world and in the world in general, your behavior affects people in a lot of ways. If you want to know how people perceive you, the first step you have to do is pay a critical look at how people react to your behavior. So you might want to note out maybe you can take like 3 people as your sample size, and you relate to them every single day and see how they relate to you back, or whether it's a negative response or a positive response. If it's a negative response, you make sure you note it down. If it's a positive response, you make sure you also note that down from each and every person. In addition, you can also talk to people in your workplace and find out certain things you do that they might not like. You know, we are human beings, and if some people might not want to tell you without you asking them. So if you go ahead and ask them outright, that is how you're going to know. That is another way of finding out the perception at work. So step 2. Step 2. Avoid behaviors that provoke a negative response. From our first step, we've noted these behaviors down are negative behaviors that cause people to react badly towards us. So the best thing and logical thing to do right now is try to cut these off. No one wants anyone who is pushy. No one wants anyone who's a know-it-all sometimes. No one wants anyone who demotivates others. So if there are certain traits or behaviors that you pull off when you're at work, and you should notice that these things affect other people, it affects your perception in general. So if you've noted them, your next step is to change these ones and fall through for your positive ones. 3. Associate with people who are respected by others. So if you like to hang out with someone who is the gossip in your office, someone might also perceive you to be a gossip. Your next step is cut them off. Yeah. So you should just hang out with people who are great in the eyes of other colleagues or the bosses. Move on to step 4. Step 4. Find a great way to be involved in a visible project. You know, at your workplace, there are a lot of projects that are undertaken by a couple of colleagues of yours. Now, there are certain projects that are very vital to the company. Yeah, but with this, the thing about it is, make sure you're not so aggressive, because people in the world, people find people who present themselves so much. They might see them as boastful, they might see them as pretentious, so you just have to minimize it. Find the right spot when presenting yourself with that. So I hope you found this educative. This was the first episode of Office Relations, and my name is Manny. I want you to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you.